Let's talk about everyone's favorite subject, making money and how to do so just a little bit easier, because making money can be kind of hard in the beginning. It's daunting to figure out how exactly things work, but then once you figure out the systems, it just kind of starts flowing to you. There's something about it. So in the last month, I profited on average $568 every single day, even on Sundays, with my small business. And this is something that can be done and replicated across the country and even potentially in other industries. So let's talk about what exactly I do, opportunities I see in this area and with small businesses in general, and some issues that I ran into this month that cost me a decent amount of money. So allow my pain to be your entertainment in this case, because there's some funny stories that I'm going to highlight here, or at least not funny for me. But anyways, I own a moving and storage business here in Phoenix, Arizona. We do residential, commercial, local, and long distance moves. I especially like the long distance moves. We've been doing a lot of those recently, and they produce a ton of cash. So I've owned this business for over 5 years now. I purchased it basically for the price of a truck, and I grew it from $5,000 the first month in sales to about 14 months later, we grew it by 1,400%, hit about $75,000 in sales on my 14th month. And ever since then, it's been a journey of learning how to delegate things so I don't have to actually spend my entire day out on the truck or answering phone calls or doing all the BS that has to deal with running a local business. That way I can spend 10 hours a day putting together YouTube videos and really enjoying that process. Well, I still can profit over $500 every single day with my very delegated business. Now, some people would say that that's passive income. I'm not sure if there's really such thing as passive income when you own a business, because there's always something that needs your focus. There's always even a financial sheet to take a look at. There's some amount of work. So some people will call it passive. I'm not sure if it's passive. All I know is I'm making over $500 a day in profit, and I want to just share my thoughts here and kind of how this can be replicated and why I see an opportunity. So the opportunity that I see is with local small businesses. This is something that really isn't talked about a lot, and you might have heard me say this before, but there's so much focus on tech type things, crypto, all these kind of more sexy industries, where the less cool industries that people are trying to hire right now don't get a whole lot of attention. We're talking things like a moving business that I own and I've had a ton of success with it, house cleaning business, a pest control business, a closet building business. There's actually a huge demand for closet building right now. It's kind of crazy. Restoration companies, landscaping, all of these areas have a lot of opportunity and a built-in customer base, a built-in group of people who are looking to hire someone who does that service. That's one of the biggest beauties of just a local small business, is there are people right now who are calling companies who probably suck to try and give them money to do this service. Most local small businesses suck. I mean, if you've ever hired anything for your home, you probably called 5 to 10 contractors, and one of them answered their phone, and they're way more expensive than you would have ever even thought people would charge for this kind of thing. Someone else returns your call, but it sounds like they suck. You're competing against people who suck at business, and it's really not that hard to stand out in most of these small local businesses. And that's why there's a ton of opportunity, on top of the fact that these businesses are generally very cheap to start. Like I said, I started my moving company for the price of a used truck. A cleaning business can be started for $1,000. A pest control business can be started for $1,000 to $2,000. Most of these, you don't need a huge amount of savings, and you can just build up your customer base, and within a year you can make $50,000 in profit, $100,000 in profit in your first year if you do things right and you're just willing to work hard. You don't have to do anything special. You just have to work kind of hard. And then once you build up a base, once you build up a solid amount of income coming in every month, then you can take a look at other things like building up a real estate portfolio, investing more in stocks, investing in more speculative investments like crypto, whatever you want to do, starting an even larger business. It's all about building up that base and then allowing you to do much bigger things in the future. And that's kind of the path I've taken, and just something that I can't put out there enough. that the opportunity is there. So let's talk about how much I actually made this month with my moving and storage business. So here's what I call a daily profit and loss sheet. Now, I actually got this idea from a billionaire who lives in my hometown, and he does it for his businesses. And I was like, okay, that's a genius idea. Basically, it is a breakdown on a daily basis of how much you profited every single day. It solves the problem of quarterly P&Ls only give you so much information, and a lot of times it's very delayed. So you can make better decisions if you know exactly what's coming in and out of your business on a daily basis. So it's basically just however much you had in sales minus your various expenses. So something like advertising, I only pay that once a month. So it's just broken over each and every day of the month to kind of amortize that over a whole month. And then you can see our actual profits or loss on a daily basis. So with this, every single day, I'm able to see what exactly is going on. So the first of the month, I profited $824, then $814. The third of the month, I made $14 in profit. When you run a business, sometimes you make money, sometimes you lose money. On the fourth of the month, I lost $401, and the reason for that was it was Easter and we were closed, so my employees were at home. But that's just my expenses on a daily basis. If I don't make any revenue, I'm spending $401. So if we scroll along, you can see most days are positive, are very positive. This day is actually plus $9,000, so $9,000 in profit in one day. The reason that that one is so high is we actually had a very large job. The largest, second largest job we've ever done was over about a 5-week period, but it was just entered in one day. So it says $9,000 in profit in one day. It's not exactly one day. It's more like 5 days of actual work time. But you can see the revenue on that was $18,646, and it was about 50% profit because it was such a large job and the margins were so good. So we absolutely love to see that kind of thing. And we can scroll on a little bit further here. There's an expense that I want to highlight. And I'm not going to spend the time digging it, because what happened was on this long haul job, there was an accident. My truck got into an accident. The guys were on the freeway and the driver must not have been paying 100% attention, and he hit the bumper of the car in front of them, dented in the bumper. The truck was totally fine. But of course, every time there's even the most minor issue in an accident, especially if you are a commercial company, it's like everyone loses their mind. And there's a claim pending right now. And even though it was just a bumper that was dented in, they're saying it's like $13,000 in damage. So it's going to be a whole ordeal. Of course, we have insurance that will cover it. It's not the end of the world. And we also had another expense that I guess I want to highlight. We had a truck breakdown. So of course, when you're running a business, there are expenses that pop up. Things happen. There's unexpected expenses. The important thing is that you can still profit despite those expenses, and you can plan ahead so an expense doesn't ruin you. Basically, a coolant tank cracked. It was like $1,000 to fix. I also had to get some tires this month, and that was like $1,400 worth of tires, because those freaking tires on these trucks, man, are so expensive. But despite all that, there was still a profit. So let's just finish off on the P&L sheet here. We can see through the end of the month, basically profitable every single day with the exception of maybe like 5 or so days. And for those of you who asked about my daily profit and loss sheet last time, I have added this to my moving company millionaire course. So I explain everything, how to use the intricacies of this. Is kind of like a more advanced technique, but there was a lot of interest in how exactly this works because it's very helpful. So that is actually updated in my moving company course. If you're interested at all in starting a moving company, I recommend checking this out because I think it will save you hours and hours of time. Here's a little bit of basics on what exactly this covers, how exactly to get your business started, what advertising you should use, the exact sales script that I use to book jobs on sales calls, every piece of paperwork and disclaimers that I use in my business, mistakes that I made and how you can avoid them, how to complete your first job, how to track your finances, how to find, hire, and train amazing staff, and a whole lot more beyond that. Everything you literally need to know. So now let's talk profit. Let's talk revenues. Let's talk profits. So in the last month, we had a total revenue of $64,222 in move revenue. Total expense was $44,667. Now that's a lot of money. It's crazy to even think that I'm spending nearly $50,000 a month on various expenses. Like that's mind-boggling to me to even spend that much, but I guess I am. The total move profit was $15,648, and that is counting paying for the new tires and the breakdown, which typically doesn't happen every single month. And then on top of this, we had storage profit of $3,400 because right behind me here, there is a storage facility that prints money every single month. And then on top of this, I'm going to deduct $2,000 for that damage because I don't know exactly how much it's going to cost. The deductible is $1,000, so we're just going to call it $2,000. That way I can be completely transparent here. So the total adjusted profit for last month is $17,048, which comes out to a daily profit of $568 and a profit margin of 25.2%, which is actually higher than I expected to see this, especially with an accident and a truck breakdown. But also I wanted to compare my daily profit and loss sheet to my Q1 profit and loss because now I have the actual reconciled profit and loss. The reason I want to do this is because the daily profit and loss sheet isn't meant to be perfect. It's meant to give you a good idea, within a 5 to 10% range of your actual profits for each and every day, but it's not perfect. It's inherently not perfect. So it's important to compare that to the actual profit and loss. So let's pull that up. And also, what other business owner is actually showing you their profit and loss? Just consider that when you're taking a look at that like button and that subscribe button, and also the course that you may want to check out linked in the description to become a moving company millionaire. But anyways, here is my profit and loss. You can see for Q1, we had revenues of $154,814. Not bad coming off from the pandemic, if I do say so myself. You can see all my various expenses. You can see that I spent $17,000 on truck expense. Jeez. And my total net income for Q1 was $67,270, which was higher than I expected because this would be the highest profit margin that I've ever had for a quarter. So I'm not saying that this is like a realistic profit margin because that comes out to a profit margin of 43.45%. And I consider anything over 20% to be stellar, 25% to be like mind-boggling amazing. So the only reason that this happened is because we had several very, very large, very profitable jobs in the very beginning of the year that increased the margins dramatically. So I don't see that continuing through the end of the year, but I wouldn't mind if it did. So in summary, I think there is a huge opportunity to start and run a small business, learn how to operate it and learn how to delegate it and produce yourself some cash. So that way you can take that cash and spin it into bigger things or other investments and build yourself some generational wealth. And why don't you just go ahead and build yourself some generational wealth? So I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope this was illuminating and I hope you have a profitable day.